Evening TV.
Okay, guys, welcome to the weekend update. Thank you for watching. The focus this week is going to be, as you continue to host, hold, offer open houses, how to make those open houses full houses each and every weekend to help over deliver for your sellers, and then show properties and solutions for our committed, qualified, and motivated buyers, for which there are many, probably more than you think. I'm going to jump straight into what's happening in the market. Now, if you're just watching the news, right, that's probably not going to be the biggest motivator for people. And I really don't know why the news would be their biggest motivator. That's what they have you for, their trusted expert. That's what you have your trusted lending partner for, to make sure that they have the information needed to go out and make an educated decision. I do think that's the reason why we're seeing such a high amount of cancellations, creeping up on 1 out of 5 homes canceling. And I've got a link to that in this week's weekend update dashboard. But I think it's because they're not getting the information ahead of time. And I'm hearing stories about people not understanding what their fees are, how much those fees are going to be, what the rate is, if there's costs associated with the rate, who's paying for that, and ultimately even as bad as what their actual cash to close is and what their actual monthly mortgage payment is. Don't let that be you. Prevent that experience and protect the experience of your sellers and your buyers by having the information necessary. More on that in a bit. We look at the market, guys. Here is the spike, and this is the first time I think I've mentioned this in last week's update. It's the first time in my career that I've really seen a negative response in interest rates to a pretty negative thing called war, right? Whatever you want to call it, skirmish. It's war, and it's happening in Iran, and we're a part of it, and it's not helping interest rates. Now, that's not why war is bad, but the reality is that typically rates do get better when there's military conflicts. We saw that as recently as Ukraine. We saw a mild to minimal response in the Venezuela attacks. This has been a response, and it's been a response to jump rates back up near the highs since September. So if you want to take a look, top stories there, purchase applications have a slight increase, refinance applications dipping a little bit for obvious reasons as rates have rebounded up back above 6%. But mortgage rates surging to about 7-year highs. Does that mean it's a bad time to buy? No, I'd probably say it's a better time to buy right now, given the amount of inventory coming on the market, which could be stymied if interest rates were to continue to rise, putting sellers in a position where they don't feel like now is the time for them to find replacement housing. So if you go to the weekend update dashboard, you're going to see a product highlight for MedPro on the upside here. If you are a doctor, an anesthesiologist, veterinarian, I've got all the description in the MedPro flyer that you can open and download. You can do up to 100% financing with no mortgage insurance. And guys, the interest rates are remarkably good compared to what I've seen for doctor loans in the past. So if you're working, not just interest rates, some of the methodology used for underwriting newer doctors, newer folks in the medical field, whether it's veterinarian or humans, really good ways to look at their future income and qualify them for a mortgage today with as little as 0 down. So check out the product spotlight. If you're working with clients in the medical field, this is something you'll want to talk to us about, I assure you. If you want to look at the guess how much, again, referring to what it cost to own or purchase a home a couple of years ago versus today, that mortgage coach is still on there and will remain on there, while the savings experienced by today's buyers versus 2 years ago remains where it is. Mortgage Rates Watch is always there, so you can see what's happening in the interest rate market, and the why is included in the market summary. Plus, you're linked to the Home Funded live webinars generally every Friday. There's not one next Friday, but click on this link at any time. It's live and updated. We'll tell you when you can register for Home Funded. More on that in a minute. Our buyer's dashboard, which allows any of your prospects or our clients that we've served before to utilize as a resource for what's happening in the mortgage and real estate world, similar to the weekend update, but geared for clients. So all that plus top stories and links are in the body of the weekend update. these are just a few of the top stories. Now, and here is the live link. As you'll see, you click on the home fund it again, home down payment gifting reimagined, reinvented specifically by CMG Home Loans. You'll see we've got our next, we had one today, this morning. I hope you were on it. If you missed it, you can book now for the March 27th live webinar. On to the home of the week, the featured listing. This is literally around the corner from me. And I can tell you, if you've watched any of my videos, the hill that my son runs down to come home from school is right next to this beautiful home with ocean views in Carlsbad. Now, we talk about getting full houses or full open houses as we lead in the intro today. We got an open house tomorrow, Saturday, and actually you generally get this on Saturday, so you get this in the morning, 12 to 3 today. And ocean views right up the street from me. I can tell you it's the most fantastic elementary school my son has ever gone to. Secret, it's the only one he's ever gone to, but every morning when I drop him off, he gets the door opened by the principal who welcomes him to school every day. Pacific Rim Elementary, big fan, go Pacific Rim. But beautiful home, and we've got some things in store for our agent partner, Sarah Ratliff, that will be holding the home open tomorrow. If you visit this open house, you'll see Sarah. She's fantastic. You can scan this digital listing presentation that we create for our partners. We can create them for you. This includes pictures of the home, description of the home, payment scenarios if you're purchasing the home, including using our new MedPro Advantage program, downloadable flyers, information about Home Fund It, which I was just talking about, and I want you to know more about it for your clients if you don't already. Our first responders program, so not just for good loans, not just for people in the medical field, but also our first responders that don't always qualify because if they were not veterans, they're not going to qualify for VA home loans. We try to do what we can to help our first responders each and every time. So for this open house tomorrow, if you go there and visit, which I highly recommend, you'll see a beautiful home with ocean views. If you've got kiddos, we've provided a Color Your Future Home book for Sarah. We can do this for your open houses as well. Again, the downloadable flyer, some information about Home Funded if your clients are first-time home buyers, and for first responders. And again, everybody's going to get the kind of information and intelligence they need to make a qualified, educated decision on whether or not they write an offer on this home or others like it. Okay, finally, I know you're going to be watching this on Saturday. Hopefully, USA was victorious in the World Baseball Classic against Canada. Canada's opportunity for revenge. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to @Lending Perspective on YouTube or @Lending Perspective on Instagram. Please follow along and let us know what we can do to help create an open house playbook for you that helps you win. See you soon.